Hello students, how are you? Have you seen all the videos of chapter 1 rational numbers? I'm sure you have done and you have understood it very well. But still if you have any doubt, then I'm here today with revision session of chapter 1 rational numbers. So let's start with it. Revision of Chapter 1 Rational Numbers. Definition of rational number is the number of the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0, is known as rational number. The collection of numbers of the form P upon Q, where Q is greater than 0, is denoted by capital Q. Here Q is not equal to 0 and Q is greater than 0. Both conditions should be fulfilled. Rational numbers include natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and all negative and positive fractions. Properties of rational numbers: closure property, commutative property, associative property and distributive property. Closure property is true for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of rational numbers. Commutative property for rational number is a plus b is equal to b plus a and a minus b is not equal to b minus a. That means subtraction of rational number is not commutative, while multiplication of rational number is commutative, and here a divided by b is not equal to b divided by a. So division of rational number is not commutative. Next, a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Therefore, addition of two or more rational number is associative. Same way, multiplication of two or more rational number is also associative, while subtraction and division of rational number is not associative. Last one is distributive property. First is distribution of multiplication over addition, that is a into b plus c is equal to ab plus ac, and a into b minus c is equal to ab minus ac. This one is distribution of multiplication over subtraction, and this first one is distribution of multiplication over addition. Next topic is rational numbers between two rational numbers. Here we have to find rational numbers between 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2. There were two methods. First, we are finding average of given numbers. So we'll sum up 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2, and then the sum will be divided by 2. So first, finding the sum of 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2 is, here denominators are different, so we'll take the LCM and we'll convert 1 upon 2 by multiplying with 2 into 2 upon 4. So we have 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 4 plus 2 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 4. So this 3 upon 4 is just sum of the numerator over here, and now this 3 upon 4 we have to divide by 2. So 3 upon 4 divided by 2 is equal to 3 upon 4 multiplied by 2. Students, remember that division by any number, that means multiplication with the reciprocal. So the answer is 3 upon 8. So this is the number 3 upon 8 is the number between rational numbers 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2. Suppose if you have to find one more rational number between 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 4, then what you will do? Now you will take sum of 3 upon 8 with 1 upon 4, and then you divide by 2, and again you will take sum of 3 upon 8 with 1 upon 2. And then again divide that sum by 2 and you will get more rational numbers. Another method was taking the LCM and making the denominator same. So here denominators are 4 and 2. So first we'll take LCM of 2 and 4, which is 4. And here in 1 upon 4, 4 is already there in the denominator. So we just need to convert this 1 upon 2. We'll multiply numerator and denominator both with 2 and we'll get 2 upon 4. So now 1 upon 4 and 2 upon 4 are the numbers. Now we'll multiply this 1 upon 4 with 10, both numerator and denominator. We'll get 10 upon 40. And for 2 upon 4 also we'll multiply with 10, both numerator and denominator, and we'll get 20 upon 40. Now over here the numerator is 10 and here the numerator is 20. So you have many numbers between 10 and 20 that you can write as the rational numbers between 1 upon 4 and 1 upon 2, because 1 upon 4 now we have written as 10 upon 40 and 1 upon 2 now we have written as 20 upon 40. So rational numbers between 10 upon 40 and 20 upon 40 are 11 upon 40, 12 upon 40, 13 upon 40, 14 upon 40 and 15 upon 40. Next is representation of rational numbers on number line. Here you are given 4 upon 5 and minus 4 upon 5. First of all, see that the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So the number is a proper fraction. So obviously the number will lie between 0 and 1 if it is positive. And here it is minus 4 upon 5. So it will be between 0 and minus 1. So first number line is representing minus 4 upon 5. Because it is negative, we'll be writing 0 on the right hand side so that we'll have enough space to represent the number on the left hand side. So now because we have to make 5 sections between 0 and 1, we'll be putting 4 marks at equal distance. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. And this 4 marks will divide 0 and minus 1 into 5 equal sections. This is first section, second section, third section, fourth section and fifth section. And counting after 0, first, second, third and fourth mark will represent minus 4 upon 5. The second number line is representing 4 upon 5, which is a positive proper fraction. So because it is proper, it will be between 0 and 1. Again, I am saying, and it is positive, so it will be on the right hand side of 0. So we'll be putting 0 on the left hand side so that we'll have enough space on the right hand side. Now again, because there is denominator 5 over here, we need to make 5 equal parts between 0 and 1. And in order to make 5 equal parts, we need to put 4 marks between 0 and 1. So I have put 1, 2, 3 and 4 marks between 0 and 1, which will divide 0 and 1 into 5 equal parts. This is the first part, second part, third part, fourth part and fifth part. And out of that, the fourth point after 0 is representing 4 upon 5. Suppose if I have to represent 3 upon 5, then the third mark will represent 3 upon 5. If it is 2 upon 5, it will be here. Same way on the upper number line, minus 1 upon 5 will be on the first mark, minus 3 upon 5 will be on the third mark. So here we have to represent mixed fraction on the number line, improper fraction on the number line. First we need to convert this improper fraction into mixed fraction. So this 11 upon 8 we can write it as 1 3 upon 8, and minus 11 upon 8 we can write it minus 1 3 upon 8, or you can say 1 integer 3 upon 8 and minus 1 integer 3 upon 8. Because it is a positive number, 11 upon 8 is a positive number, it will be on the right hand side of 0. And here it is one integer, that means it will be between 1 and 2. Because I have 8 in the denominator, I need to make 8 equal parts, and for that I need to put 7 marks between 1 and 2. So I don't need to consider marks which are already presenting 1 and 2. So between 1 and 2, I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 marks, which will divide 1 and 2 into 8 equal parts. Now 1 I have already over here. So beyond 1, I have to represent 3 upon 8. So obviously 3 upon 8 will be on third mark after 1. So first, second and third. So this mark is representing one integer 3 upon 8 or 11 upon 8. Same for minus 11 upon 10. Converting it into mixed fraction, it will be minus 1 integer 3 upon 8. It is negative, so it will be on left hand side of 0. And it is a mixed fraction. Minus 1 we already have, so it will be between minus 1 and minus 2. So if I want to represent this minus 11 upon 8, because there is 8 in the denominator, again between minus 1 and minus 2, I need 8 equal parts. For that, I need to make 7 marks, that is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and 7th mark is here. So the 7 marks will divide minus 1 and minus 2 into 8 equal parts. And now minus 1 I already have over here. So beyond minus 1 on the left hand side, I have to mark 3 upon 8. So on the third mark after minus 1, that is first, second and third, this third mark will represent minus 1 integer 3 upon 8, or it is minus 11 upon 8. Students, I hope now you are clear with your doubts of rational numbers. So ending our revision session over here. Thank you so much. Goodbye and take care of yourself.